When I returned to WWE, I knew not everyone was going to be thrilled. Drew McIntyre made it clear to everyone watching that he was one of those people with an axe to grind. I don't know, maybe it's jealousy that I could be gone for over a decade and still have fans talking about me while he was on top. But then at the 2024 Royal Rumble, Drew nearly took it all away when his future shock DDT tore my tricep. So instead of competing at WrestleMania, I had to sit and watch. But I still managed to get involved.
Punk just dropped McIntyre on the table.
And then again at Clash in the Castle.
Oh my God! The balls of CM Punk!
And again at Money in the Bank, ruining Drew's cash-in.
Punk with the title to the face of McIntyre!
Good times. But I was finally cleared to return to action shortly after, and now we could finally settle things in the ring. SummerSlam saw him victorious after some truly atrocious officiating from Seth Rollins, but I'd get my payback at Bash in Berlin when I beat him in a grueling strap match. That put the series at 1-1, with both of us looking to attack the other whenever possible. Now this chaos led to one feasible outcome. It was time for us to go to hell in a cell. Beating Drew at Hell in a Cell was brutal, exhausting, and probably took years off of my life. But getting my arm raised was all worth it. Let's go back to that night, Bad Blood 2024. Get Drew in the cell, and let's show him that you can say whatever you want to about me, but when you bring a man's dog into things, that's a line you do not cross.
Drew McIntyre steps inside Hell for the third time in his career.
From Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 275 pounds, Drew McIntyre!
He's yet to win this matchup. Most notably, he lost the WWE Championship to Randy Orton in the cell 4 years ago. Tonight, Drew McIntyre hopes to end that losing streak and CM Punk's career. You know, Corey, another interesting statistic. Drew McIntyre made his premium live event debut 15 years and 1 day ago. Ironically, in the Hell in a Cell premium live event. Oh, how Drew McIntyre has come so far from that day.
It has been a complete transformation since those days. This is a vengeful Scottish psychopath before us now, and I don't think anyone has given reason for Drew's wrath more than CM Punk.
It was 27 years ago to the day in St. Louis when the Hell in a Cell structure first surrounded the ring. The Undertaker faced Shawn Michaels in an epic battle. Since that night, Hell in a Cell has made history.
It's made history while simultaneously tearing flesh, shattering bodies, ending careers, and altering lives.
You can see by the look in McIntyre's eyes, he has one mission here tonight: to end CM Punk for good.
Corey, CM Punk in his career is 2-2 in Hell in a Cell matches, but this is his first time in the cell in nearly 11 years. Right here in Atlanta, CM Punk actually had a Hell in a Cell match and walked out victorious.
Yeah, but with all the disdain between Punk and McIntyre, I will be surprised to see anybody walking out of this structure in one piece tonight.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
And there's really no room to mince words. These men want to... This is the final match in what has already been a brutal series between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. This is the 53rd match in history being settled inside this 20-foot-high steel structure.
This is the only place it could have ended between these two. Drew has vowed to destroy the man who taught him how to hate. Punk knows in order to destroy the monster, he has to become a monster.
It all began last November with the return of CM Punk, and that ticked off a lot of superstars, including Drew McIntyre, who believed Punk wanted to kill this business. And CM Punk had no business being back in WWE. The company looked to put him away. And that only gets a 1 count.
He was down, but he certainly wasn't out. You got to think about this. Drew McIntyre was never won inside Hell in a Cell. Punk has. That's got to be adding even more to this match for Drew.
Yeah, McIntyre has been successful in unleashing all of his mind games on Punk leading up to this point. But is that something clouding his own vision?
Back in the ring. Big time height on that kick. We've had the opportunity to talk to some of the legends who have been in Hell in a Cell over the years. You ask a guy like The Undertaker, Wade, who's been inside this structure 14 times in his career. Every time he left, he was never the same.
That in and of itself is nothing short of miraculous. I doubt that record will ever be topped.
And how long can you last? How deep can you dig? How long will you be locked in this structure? You ask guys like Triple H from the top. Diving double axe handle. And CM Punk is in control.
Punk finding the will to turn the tides inside the cell. He's got McIntyre reeling.
Moving out from the ring closer to those towering walls of the cell. He's looking for an implement of destruction under the ring.
And now with a baseball bat, he's ready to swing away at the competition.
He's heading back to the ring.
Turns it around.
It's never been a matter of self-preservation with anybody I've seen step in the ring with CM Punk. McIntyre has made it abundantly clear he wants to end Punk's career, ruin Punk's life tonight.
And Punk looks like he wants to do the same to McIntyre.
Listen, Punk said, despite the best efforts of my family to stop me from going into this matchup, he says, I can't afford a Hell in a Cell match at this point in my career, but if this means the end of my career, so be it, because I have to end Drew McIntyre.
From the top rope, bullseye with the elbow.
Punk has McIntyre on Dream Street right now.
Hard-hitting calf kick finds its mark.
And McIntyre on the receiving end again.
McIntyre tempted the devil inside the... What's it going to take to end it? It might be this. Go to sleep. No way Drew's getting up now.
Connecting with a sharp elbow.
This fight will not go down as a 5-star wrestling classic, that is for sure. These men want to punish and maim one another.
Limited only by the confines of the cell and their own imaginations.
Very few men are ever the same when they walk out of this structure. Kick lands. And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now.
Yeah, Punk able to completely neutralize McIntyre here.
Oh, getting smacked in the head with a chair. Swinging that damn steel chair without a care in the world. Taking full advantage of the foreign object in play here. Back-to-back attacks.
This is beyond personal now. This is about putting the competition out of action.
Just wailing away with that weapon like there's no tomorrow. This is getting damn dangerous. Top rope.
Elbow drop to the heart.
And Punk now lifting his opponent up and back down with a GTS. Is it the finishing touch Punk needs?
Trying armbar. He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done. Ooh, that's going to echo in your ear for a bit.
And let's not forget the obsession Drew McIntyre had with Punk and what Punk has cost McIntyre on a number of occasions. That being the World Championship, including at WrestleMania.
An eye for an eye, Punk would say. Just karma for McIntyre, who injured Punk, costing him an opportunity at WrestleMania.
Drew's own wife has become second best in his heart. That is how deep Drew's hatred for CM Punk runs.
McIntyre returning to the ring. Boom! Right on target.
About to be locked in. Here we go, guys.
And he's not sure what he's thinking, letting go here. Looking to explore every inch of hell here now.
Looking to adjust some features on their opponent with that wrench.
And you notice the black armband on the left bicep of McIntyre. He told us he was wearing that tonight because this was Punk's funeral. He was wearing black out of quote respect for CM Punk.
McIntyre also wanted to offer his apologies in advance for what he does to the straight-edge superstar.
Certainly a master stroke of mind games. We'll find out if Drew McIntyre can do what Punk claimed. Did McIntyre summon the devil himself, or has Drew been successful in clouding Punk's headspace? Is Punk's psyche all over the place because he's clouded by rage? Punk and McIntyre might be setting a whole new standard of brutality in this business.
Fighting like there is no tomorrow because for one of these men, there might not be.
We all knew this wasn't going to be a five-star wrestling classic.
An incredible match. CM Punk with a quick movement. Uranagi connects. He's not done there. He's locked in the Anaconda vice grip.
And that's it. It's over.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
For as clear as Drew made it that he was not happy to have me back, it was nothing in comparison to the noise generated about me by the constant thorn in my side, Seth.
Enjoy the show.
Much like Drew, Rollins had a bit of a tantrum when I walked through that curtain at Survivor Series after nearly 10 years away from WWE. I knew we were on a collision course. After Hell in a Cell, I took a little time to heal. Once I felt good, a special request from Paul Heyman led me to joining the OG Bloodline at Survivor Series to help Roman Reigns in his quest to dismantle the new Bloodline. Once that was settled, I focused solely on Seth. We were set to battle at the first Raw of 2025, and after waiting a decade for this opportunity, I certainly wasn't going to let anything go wrong. So let's go back to January 2025, the start of a new era, and beat Seth Rollins in front of the entire world.
Seth freaking Rollins is motivated as we've ever seen him. This is personal.
The people are singing Rollins' song. This is Rollins' battle cry as he heads to war with CM Punk.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins!
Ladies and gentlemen, over 20 years ago, Seth... A magical feeling in the air as Seth freaking Rollins faces off against a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk. Two men who are beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent and work. I think.
However, there is absolutely no love lost between these two men. Two absolute legends in their own right, but where Rollins carried this company for the past 10 years, Punk went to MMA. He went to other companies and he talked harshly about WWE, all before being welcomed back with open arms.
Yeah, that really didn't sit well with Seth Rollins. There was no way that Rollins is going to welcome Punk back, and it's led to this tonight. If you're Seth Rollins, you got to try to keep the emotions in check. Focus on the task at hand, and that's taking out CM Punk.
Yeah, but Punk's not afraid to play.
Getting the cover here, eye in the end.
He's able to kick out before two.
He's still fighting to keep in this thing.
Strong counter from Punk.
Punk famously said the night after he returned to WWE, quote, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." He said he doesn't care what others think of him anymore, and he's proven it true thus far.
That may be true, Corey. A master on the microphone like Punk doesn't often let words of others get to him, but certain actions can still set this man off. Of that, I am sure.
Indeed, we saw Punk lash out at Drew McIntyre recently when the Scottish Warrior stole a bracelet given to Punk by one of his biggest fans that bears the name of Punk's wife and their dog. Rollins can find something similar to set Punk off. It could give him the mental advantage tonight. And now this battle is out of the crowd.
Just goes to show that this thing has gone totally off the rails.
And Rollins looking to keep things going back in the ring. And he's going to the outside, which will start a countout.
And going amongst the crowd now.
But remember, countouts are active in this match. Amazing action so far in the main event of an historic episode of Monday Night Raw. We've seen so many unforgettable moments tonight as the show makes its debut on the biggest streaming service in the world.
And I can think of no matchup more worthy of this show's main event than two generational talents in the form of CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins.
Given the major stakes in this match and the high-profile nature of this event, I expect a lot of leeway from the official in this match. Nobody wants to see this one end in a countout or disqualification.
Time to go for a ride. Oh, an exploder suplex. Seth Rollins' chances are whittling down.
And CM Punk is keeping the pressure on, completely taking it to Rollins here.
Blast off! Crossbody from the top! Rollins finding himself in deep trouble here against Punk. No chorus can help this man now.
CM Punk had suffered some injuries since his return. In fact, he tore his tricep at the Royal Rumble a year ago and was out of action for over 6 months. Punk says that... And CM Punk to Rollins off the crossbody. Rollins, though, able to roll through.
Just amazing power and timing from Seth Rollins. We've seen it throughout his career. And now, catching CM Punk with a GTS. Punk rather fortuitously rolling all the way to the outside to safety. Although in hot pursuit now, Seth Rollins.
And Rollins limping around the ring, favoring his leg.
I hit your move. They sing my song. All of this.
And now just mocking and having his way with Punk.
Rollins has waited for this moment for far, far too long. This victory is going to be one of the sweet... Wait a minute!
Oh my goodness, cover! Isn't it up and a kick out?
While catching Seth Rollins with his own stomp. I'm coming within a millisecond of victory here.
And Punk not done yet, pounding away on Rollins, frustration setting in.
I mean, years of bad blood and verbal jousts between these two are about to come to a head.
Seth able to counter GTS, looking to deliver one of his own.
Oh, and he connected.
And Punk kicks out. Rollins looking to end it. Stop! Now Rollins needs to end this.
And into the cover. What a kick out. I don't believe it.
You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk will always find a way to survive and continue fighting.
And guys, on most nights, Rollins would have just ended this, but not tonight.
Knee. Lights out.
Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the official's count.
Oh, man.
Driving the elbow.
CM Punk struggling a bit here. Not the welcome return to competing on Raw he had hoped thus far.
Set up in the corner now.
Oh, he had that scouted. Spin kick to the midsection. Sling blade action. Connects. Saw it coming.
Crashed with a Mongolian chop.
CM Punk headed to the top rope. Top rope.
Flying elbow drop. Punk in the driver's seat now. He's got Rollins right where he wants him at.
Punk's had enough. He's looking to end this here. Go to sleep.
That's going to keep Rollins down.
Opponent lifted up. Jaw. Meet knee.
Go to sleep. GTS from Punk.
Now CM Punk needs to end this.
2. He stays alive. He stays alive.
Seth Rollins has never been known to lay down and hand out victories to anyone.
CM Punk thought that was enough. We thought that was enough, but somehow it didn't earn the 3 count. Punk wins. Punk beats Rollins.
Here is your winner, Sting.
WrestleMania 41 was supposed to be the culmination of all those years of hard.
Each of these 3 men believe they are the only one who can walk out of here victorious. Roman Reigns to prove his dominance, Seth Rollins to prove his superiority, and CM Punk to prove he's still the best in the world.
Punk has claimed that for him this is just business. The taking Reigns and Rollins out at WrestleMania will get them out of his way so he can accomplish the things he returned to WWE to do, to win titles.
But Reigns and Rollins are not your average roadblocks. They're 2 of the biggest names in WWE for a reason. And they're not about to let CM Punk just have his way.
It always bothers me to be around Heyman, always leeching off other people's talents. In CM Punk's corner tonight, though, the question is, where does Paul's allegiance truly lie?
Well, I'll be the first to say I don't trust a word that comes out of the mouth of Paul Heyman. But perhaps for the first time in his entire life, he showed some true loyalty to one of the men who brought him to the dance in WWE. A bond that goes way back, he and CM Punk.
Does having Paul Heyman back in his corner even the scales here for CM Punk? Does having the wise man strategies and support give him an edge over Rollins and Reigns?
Sure, if you trust Paul Heyman to have your best interests in mind, then yes, he is a huge asset in this kind of match. But remember, Heyman is doing this as a favor for Punk. As far as we know, his allegiance still lies with Reigns.
Oh, man.
And Roman has said 2 former allies would make a lot of sense for them to team up with CM Punk tonight. They're going for the cover. And he gets his shoulder up before the count.
That was not even close to keeping them down.
Good night.
Using the chair with no caution at all. Repeated hits like that are going to add up very quick. Plenty of damage being dealt here.
Come on, stop this. Your point's made. No need to keep on doing this.
Holding nothing back, striking over and over again. There has to be permanent damage being done right now.
Punk about to take flight.
Reigns is trying to pick his opponent apart physically and mentally.
And goes back into the ring here.
He's got something coming. He is looking to do some serious harm.
And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived on the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Whoa! Suicide dive! Threw caution to the wind, and it paid off big time.
Impressive reversal on Rollins.
Calf kick on the money.
His battle is built into the ringside area and is drawing dangerously close to our table. Reversal! And that turns things around.
And Roman, for the first time in a long time, having no one in his corner. Gotta wonder if that is affecting him.
Beautiful. Float over neck breaker.
Picture perfect.
And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company, badmouthed the company for many years, while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth has a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared off for 10 years.
And he re-enters into the ring, and Punk is really putting the pressure on him.
Rollins has no answer for Punk's well-aimed attacks. Got him in the corner now. Roman Reigns just battering his opponent in the corner.
Four clotheslines in a row.
Deadlift. And a sit-out powerbomb.
Thunderous impact.
Rollins is searching under the apron.
Seth Rollins has found his favorite equalizer, a steel chair. Time to go for...
Rollins with a reversal.
Look at him stumbling back up. Might have double vision.
Rollins lining up. Oh, big mistake, and that error could be costly.
Slammed with a fisherman suplex.
And he heads back into the ring. Oh, Roman Reigns locked and loaded, measuring his opponent. Here we go. Here's the cover, is it enough?
Wait, look at the feet. The feet are on the ropes. Take off. Crossbody from the top. Hooked up. DDT.
Taking this to the floor.
Counters.
And now he's headed out of the ring.
Getting back into the ring now.
And averting damage.
And that was an effective attack, guys. And now Reigns is starting to look like a man who realizes he is a tribal chief with no followers to come to his aid.
This has been a hurricane of chaos. Rollins, Punk, Reigns, each struggling to...
Oh, Roman Reigns about to put his opponent away. No getting up from this. How an answer for Reigns. You're a nugget. Oh, he ties it. And for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold.
Ooh, walloped by a huge club.
Backdrop suplex. And now Punk kick to the midsection of Reigns. Rollins trying to crawl back into this as well.
Rollins trying to prevent that GTS on Reigns, but he's about to eat one himself.
Oh, bang. Spear. Stop! Everybody down!
Oh, what a moment of chaos in this match! If any man here can get a cover, it could be victory, but wait up. Lurking is Paul Heyman with a steel chair.
And no shocker here. Handing the chair to his... That pathetic Paul Heyman. He's a damn Judas. How many people is he going to betray?
You're missing the point, Cole. The visionaries looking to end this thing for good. And there's the...
Can Reigns recover from that?
And quickly now, shoulders down for the win.
Seth Rollins is your winner. The architect drew up Reigns and Punk's defeat perfectly.
Each of these three men believe they are the only one who can walk out of here victorious. Roman Reigns to prove his dominance, Seth Rollins to prove his superiority, and CM Punk to prove he's still the best in the world.
Punk is claiming that for him this is just business. And taking Reigns and Rollins out at WrestleMania will get them out of his way so he can accomplish the things he returned to WWE to do, to win titles.
But Reigns and Rollins are not your average roadblocks. They're two of the biggest names in WWE for a reason. And they're not about to let CM Punk just have his way.
Neckbreaker after the float over. That was brilliant. CM Punk, who burst out of the scene. CM Punk showed up in ECW, run by Paul Heyman when he was only a teenager, wanting to break into the business. He would get to the WWE developmental territory and become Heyman's best friend.
Punk made being a Paul Heyman guy a cool thing to be. Everyone has profited from their association with the wise man.
And you could argue that the greatest benefactor was the 1,316-day reign of the Tribal's chief.
But look at everything Roman did for Paul Heyman and Paul Heyman's career. Riding the gravy train of Roman Reigns, and now the turn is, can he do it here? Only a 1 count before the kick out.
Not even a 2 count. He's still holding strong here.
The focus squarely on Rollins there as the triple threat rules will continue to be a factor. And Roman and Seth, two former allies, would make a lot of sense for them to team up with CM Punk tonight.
Yeah, I think it's way too late to strike that deal, Michael Cole. 10 years of animosity will eliminate all signs of trust.
Turns it into a pin attempt. Stops the count before it, too.
It's not over yet. Plenty left to go in this one.
And that failed to hit the mark.
Nice sit-out powerbomb. Picture-perfect example for when you just want to put someone down with authority. DDT!
And he's able to avoid that offense. Able to parry that one.
And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived on the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk.
Lift off!
He lands hard.
And you can see him struggling to break this one. That breaks the hold. Rescued from a potential tap-out.
And Roman, for the first time in a long time, having no one in his corner. Gotta wonder if that is affecting him.
Calf kick finds the mark. Oh, snaps the leg across the head.
Rollins getting worked on. So important to keep Seth from gaining any momentum.
Looks like he's coming back in. From way up. A double axe handle.
What's this? He's going back up again. Stalking from...
Launching. Oh! Knee right on target. Oh, that's a chop you don't want to be on the receiving end of. Take off.
Wow! Cross body! Shining This is not about a championship. This is about pride and dignity and proving you're the best, perhaps of a generation.
It's about ego and animosity. It's about 12 years ago when three men made their way down the stairs to remake this company in their image and the man that opened the back door for them.
A search for supremacy. The man that walks out of here is the champion of a generation.
This is ugly.
Jumping neck breaker. Ouch.
He's cooking something up.
Suplex. Boom, snaps the leg across the head. Spiked. And Punk gets countered there.
Punk sidesteps out of that. This is the main event of WrestleMania, and if anyone can dig deeper than most, it is Seth freaking Rollins. Man, that is going to leave some serious wounds.
Punk wasting no motion on the counter. Whoa, the kendo sticks are flying now. And now Reigns is starting to look like a man who realizes he is a tribal chief.
Punk peppering his opponent with attacks. Uranagi.
And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission.
He's leaving the ring now. No countouts to worry about.
Wants to finish this.
Rollins soars.
Blockbuster.
Oh, Mongolian chop.
And out. That pathetic Paul Heyman. He's a damn Judas. How many people is he going to betray?
You're missing the point, Cole. The visionary Seth freaking Rollins has once again pulled the ace out of his sleeve in Las Vegas.
Superman punch from Reigns. Seth's eyes look glazed over.
That might have put it away.
Oh, we know what's coming here. Ladies and gentlemen, go to sleep. Is it enough for Punk?
And quickly into the cover.
Might be in trouble.
Punk has beat the odds. Has defeated both Reigns and Rollins.
Here is your winner.
Now that's more like it. Standing triumphant at
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
The WWE Championship, one of the...
This has been one of the most heated rivalries we've ever seen. Brett and Shawn are just so diametrically opposite. I don't think there's any way they could ever coexist peacefully.
It's really a matter of pride versus arrogance, and each of them are guilty of both. You can literally feel how much tension there is in the air here in Montreal.
It's been rumored that if he loses here tonight, this might be Brett's last match in the WWE. That just adds to how much is on the line here. Brett, the Hitman Hart, trying to fire himself up. Connecting with the crossbody.
And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. In fact, Michaels and his D-Generation X posse have been nothing but juvenile to everyone they've encountered.
Well, delinquency is in the eye of the beholder, Michael Cole. You might not like that kids are getting detention mimicking DX, but you can't deny they've struck a nerve through every arena we visit.
Side Russian leg sweep. He's locked up.
And down with the belly to belly.
What's he preparing for?
Wow, what impact! Every shot these two throw at each other tonight is being delivered with such venom, such disdain.
Oh, that's to be expected the way these two have been exchanging verbal jabs at each other for a long time now.
I can only put it this, nimbly moving into a schoolboy.
Quick pin, championship on the line. He cuts the pin attempt short.
Boom.
And now the Hitman is dissecting the opposition.
HBK is struggling to meet the excellence of execution.
Hitman laying it into Sean. Wants to always keep Sean close, keep him grounded. That's pivotal for the champ tonight.
And an elbow from the middle rope. Ooh. Just from a style standpoint, Brett and Sean are totally opposite.
Incoming.
Diving leg drop from way up high. And something Brett has to know is all the attributes Sean possesses, Michaels might have more cardiovascular conditioning here. Michaels is insanely resilient. Remember what Michaels did, Corey, in St. Louis just a month ago against The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell. He used every attribute to survive that encounter. I've
never seen a match more unholy than that Hell in a Cell match. HBK might not be surrounded by steel tonight, but I think the test in front of him is even greater. Michaels is going to need everything in him to survive at the Survivor Series.
right into the leg lock.
Brett's bent on destroying HBK with moves like that.
Shawn Michaels has run into trouble.
Hitman proving he's done his homework on HBK right here.
Figure four. And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission.
And Bret Hart isolates the leg and feels the advantage in the legs. Wade, he won't go anywhere else.
You're right, because all that's in the back of his mind is the sharpshooter. It's that precise breakdown of his target that has made the Hitman who he is.
Big back body drop.
One elevation.
And the Hitman continues to deliver irreparable damage onto Michaels. The momentum is squarely on Hitman's side now.
Michaels looking racked with pain. The Hitman remaining a step ahead. Oh.
And now propped up in the corner. Kick right to the gut. Gonna grab this superstar now out to the apron and wrap their legs around the ring post. Figure four applied. Torturous maneuver.
The ring post, figure four leg lock applied. This is Hitman wanting to punish Michaels from pillar to post.
Well, with their opponent down, now looking to ensure it stays that way. Ooh, attacking the hamstring with knee strikes.
And to speak on the elephant in the room, yes, there's been a lot of speculation that if Bret Hart loses this match, this will be his last match in WWE.
Yeah, I tried to get a word from the Hitman earlier today about the rumors, but I was quickly escorted away by his Hart Foundation brethren.
It's a rumor cloud that hangs above the collective minds of this capacity crowd. Such an anxious feeling inside this arena.
Butterfly suplex. Disheartening position for HBK.
Though HBK can turn this around. Bang! Snap suplex. Measured elbow drop driven down. High impact crossbody.
Heading to the top turnbuckle now.
From above!
And Bret on the top rope and the referee knocked down, guys.
Well, took down Shawn Michaels, but accidentally took down the ref in the process. And at this point, all bets are off.
Michaels to the eyes of the Hitman. Shawn taking advantage of the referee's state at the moment. But what is HBK thinking now? Oh,
and now looking for a sharpshooter. Bret Hart's own move. Shawn Michaels trying to turn him on his belly.
And the referee dropped once again as Bret kicked Michaels away.
And another ref's in.
What is going on here?
I guess we're not going to get a screw job tonight, Wade.
Grounded by a mean chop block.
Just a surgical approach we're seeing from Hart.
Bret came with a game plan, and he's executing it.
Big back body drop.
What elevation.
Double leg takedown. Oh, we've seen this time and again from the Hitman. The shot.
And wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why.
Hart with a plan in mind. Oh, belly-to-belly throw. And just like that, avoiding surefire disaster.
Got them off their feet here. A backbreaker now.
Strong punch to the midsection. Trading back and forth blows now.
Oh, neither competitor shows any signs of letting up or slowing down here.
Each exchange just sapping the energy from these two.
Oh,
Discus clothesline.
So much momentum.
oh, it's punishment time now. The Hitman turns his opponent. Sharpshooter applied.
Solid grip on the...
Bret retains the title.